my dad's big into pickleball, and he asked me to play all summer. And I said, I'll play you in 30 years.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Absolute Non-Sens. Ian Mendes and
Jackson Starr.
What chemistry. We've got it nailed down.
Already.
You know, Jackson, I've done a lot of things in my career.
Yeah.
And usually when you start new projects, you do things, there's always like 10 or 20% of people I find that are just haters. They're like, I hate you, you're stupid. And I get that. I was blown away by episode 1 that we did with Tim Stützle. I don't think, and maybe I have certain keywords blocked out on social media.
Maybe, yeah.
I didn't get any hate. I didn't get any
crazy
negativity.
No,
people
same
seem
here.
to like
the
episode.
People seem to love it. It was great. The reception was awesome, I should say.
Yeah.
Maybe same thing though. Maybe our algorithms are just like blocking out everything that's negative.
So we appreciate all the feedback that we got on episode 1 with Tim Stützle. We're gonna tee up Jake Sanderson. That's episode 2 here coming up, and this has been a lot of fun. And I got some feedback here.
Yeah.
To read from the viewers and listeners off of episode number 1. So a reminder: communications at ottawasenators.com. Communications at ottawasenators.com. If you have any feedback for us, I guess I should say good or bad. Maybe just good.
Yeah,
we're just feeling the positivity.
Yeah, exactly. The positivity is just there, right? We're early on in the year. We're getting rolling, and yeah, positive feedback so far has been awesome.
Okay, let's start off with Joseph Jacques Rial.
Okay.
Can I call him JJ?
I feel
so.
like
I can.
JJ, if you're okay with that. Yeah,
well,
there you
he's
go.
got no choice.
Exactly.
First and foremost, congrats on the pilot episode of Absolute Non-Sens. It was very cool watching you chatting with Tim Stützle. Great questions as well. If I were to win the table, which we talked about here, supplied to us by
Dalla Decor.
Okay. We're getting all the guests to autograph this.
Yep.
JJ says, if I was to win the table at the end of the season, I would expect and insist that both of you also sign it. It would not be complete without your signatures.
Hey, how about that? That goes back to first episode where you didn't want to disvalue the guy's
I feel
jersey
like we
from
would be
06.
devaluing the table. Right?
I don't think you're wrong. And my
You
signatures...
100% want to sign this table.
No, you're telling me.
I can
Like
feel it.
we spoke a bit with Sandy about his autograph, and we spoke with Timmy about Sandy's autograph. Mine's also JS, like Jake, and it's just chicken scratch, really bad, not good.
When you were like in high school, did you practice your...
A little
signature?
bit, honestly, a little bit.
Classic
Yeah. Well, not
diva.
even high school. When I was in elementary, when I thought I could make the NHL as a goalie, that's when I really practiced. But then as kind of the goals started to go in, I started to practice a little bit less.
There's direct correlation with goals against and the signature. Okay. JJ also says, is there a chance of getting a list of the dates and the guests for your future pods? So we're going to be dropping episodes, we'd say, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? We don't want to oversaturate. If it's a good thing, we want to keep people
coming back, right? Yeah,
wanting
exactly.
more. We're going to share. We do have a couple of episodes in the can.
Yeah.
One is with the head coach, Travis Green, which I think you would agree. It's an opportunity to see Travis in a different light.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a great conversation, honestly. You gave great insight into him as a person and something that people don't really see that often, right?
Yeah, and Jackson was 30% scared going into that interview
Only a little bit.
with Travis Green. We also, as people saw in the home opener, Kyle Turris was in Ottawa Thanksgiving Monday. We sat down with Kyle Turris, a little bit of a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, first alumni that we've had on the pod, and a great conversation with Kyle. Really interesting stuff. Injury talk, just great stuff from Kyle.
Injury talk. We're going to tease that there's a gross story involving a needle.
Yep.
That's all we're going to say. Phil in Navin writes in, awesome podcast, boys. Ian and Jackson had great chemistry. Timmy was a gem. Would like to see giveaways. Can't wait to see the next one. What else are we giving away here?
Good question. I don't know. We could think about things to give away. Well, we're giving away the table already.
Yeah, giving away the table.
I don't think we can give away the chairs. I feel like we should keep the
Jackson just gives away all the furniture. We come back sitting with nothing. Okay, so but keep them coming. You got ideas for things we can give away? Hit us up. Communications at ottawasenators.com. Tim writes into the show. What an exciting addition to the Sens ever-growing podcast landscape. The direct access to fan-favorite players will draw us in. The co-host chemistry will keep us engaged.
Hey,
that's 3
crazy
positive chemistry related.
Like chemistry's right there.
first episode was a perfect balance between hockey and non-Sens. I would love to see a roundtable where you guys bring in other Sens podcasters. Maybe you bring in Locked On Sens, and coming in hot would be no shortage of entertaining bits.
Interesting. I'm not opposed.
I think Brent Wallace might be opposed. No, I don't know. We'll find out. But okay, these are all, we have a big ideas vat.
Yes, we do.
That's
exactly.
in the vat.
And it could become anything, right? Like that's kind of what we're going
exactly.
with, right?
That's the beauty of starting something new.
Yeah.
Tim also says at some point, Ian and Jackson, maybe you take a trip down the 401 for a special non-Sens, non-B-Sens. Maybe while somebody like Kara Yakimchuk is down there. As somebody from Belleville, I would love to hear B-Sens talk about the city.
Interesting. Yeah, we already started a little bit of that with the Prospects showdown in Montreal. We brought Footy in with me for the broadcast and for some Sens Todays. So interesting note right there. I love it. Yeah.
And who would drive down to Belleville? It's you and I. I feel like it would have to be me.
I think it'd probably be you. Yeah. Right? Like normally comms drives.
I think I can expense the gas probably
exactly.
easier. Then you, Gab, writes into the show. Gab LaFrance, great idea for the podcast. Looking forward to future episodes. I think the further away you stay from hockey, the better. I think a great idea. You guys pull up old pictures from their Instagram accounts, have them explain what is happening.
Interesting. I feel like that could go two ways. It could be very interesting or very
awkward.
Very awkward a little bit, you know? But
most guys have deleted anything.
I think so.
Right? You kind of go through, you delete your digital footprint.
Yeah.
Alicia writes into the show. Do you know any Alicias?
Oh boy. I might.
Okay. Because I don't like this.
Oh boy.
But I'm going to read this. Love the new podcast with Ian and Jackson. Tim was a great first guest. Very entertaining. Great chemistry between Ian and Jackson. Looking forward to the next one. Sincerely, Alicia Starr.
Oh, geez.
Starr spelt with 2 R's.
Thanks.
What's the relation here?
That is my grandma.
Your grandma has written into the show and said, looking forward to the next one. Very entertaining. Great chemistry, Ian and Jackson. How does that make you feel that like you need your grandma to write in to give us some positive, like is grandma giving us 5 stars on Spotify?
Oh, she better be. She better be. At least she better be hitting the like button on YouTube, right? No, my grandparents have been so supportive of everything that I've done since I've started, and it makes sense that she'd write in.
But like, why not use a different last name, or why sign off Alicia Starr? Like, wouldn't
I don't know. It's a good question. I guess she wanted it to be known that maybe she thought I was the one seeing the emails.
You know, back in the I used to have great conversations with all of my colleagues at The Athletic.
Yeah.
Because all of our parents would go into the comment section with The Athletic and either vigorously defend their children or always hit like the highest possible rating on the article. Oh my God,
that's great. Did you do that? Did your dad?
My dad all the time did that.
Yeah. Well, it's the same. Yeah. I mean, thank you for the note, Grandma, and love you. And yeah. Maybe keep it to me this time so I don't have to deal with this.
Why is this turning into a cameo for Grandma?
Exactly. Well, come on. Got to shout out Grandma. Always.
Well, I'll tell you what. I do have a couple of other notes. Yep. We'll do that on the other side. Yep. But we're really excited to tee up this Jake Sanderson interview because, look, you've had a chance to cover Jake Sanderson in a season and a bit around the team. And like, he is the definition of a quiet superstar, isn't he? Like, he doesn't like the limelight. He doesn't like the spotlight. So this was a great opportunity, right, for us to sort of peel back some layers.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of different interesting conversation topics we took. I mean, some of the notes were keep it away from hockey as far as you can. Sandy delved into kind of his upbringing a little bit away from the rink, and it was really interesting to kind of see his perspective on many things away from the rink. Because as you mentioned, a reserved guy, doesn't really talk much, keeps his media relatively short. And it was great to delve into his thinking a little bit.
All right. Yeah. Without further ado, here's our conversation with Jake Sanderson.
Tim's hockey cards are back. Head to your local Tim Hortons where you can pick up a pack of the 2025-26 Collectors Series Upper Deck NHL trading cards, including some of your Ottawa Senators. Available until November 16th. For more information, visit timhortons.ca/hockeycards.
All right, Jackson, for our guest this week, I actually thought we'd get you to play Enter Sandman on can you play any instruments?
Spotify?
Can you play any instruments? You're gonna.
I can't play any instruments. I can pull it up on my Spotify though.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah. No, you can't do that.
yeah,
We'd
we
be
can't do
banned.
that.
We'd be
On his
we're
recent
being,
music.
Ben Coles is telling us that
exactly.
we're
Understand.
the
I played it
podcast.
on the way in today though. A little
Enter
bit in the car.
Sandman?
Yeah.
Knowing that we were going to have Jake Sanderson?
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Well, it's
Like a closer entrance.
I like it.
yeah, Mariano Rivera back in the
like
day,
it.
the closer. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you. I don't do a lot of podcasts, as you guys know. So.
Yeah, I know. Every
Let's
time we
go.
come to you, like, hey, Jake, this podcast wants you. Like, I don't do
No,
podcasts.
I get out of my comfort zone for you guys.
Yeah,
So there you go.
well, we appreciate it. Okay, let me ask you this question to kick it off.
Mhm.
Back in the day, Senators players used to have individual goal songs. Like when Alfie would score a goal in this building, they would
Yeah.
play "Beautiful Day" by U2.
Sick.
Danny Heatley was "The Heat Is On."
Yeah.
Would you go Enter Sandman? Like if you could pick your own song, are you going to Enter Sandman?
Maybe that is a good one for sure. I don't know. I think like I've done some like Lil Baby songs for like the 3 stars. And if
Yeah.
I get a star, like Lil Baby will play. Or country music right now I'm liking. So there's
Yeah.
a few options.
Is there like a snake related song? Can anyone think of this? Is there a
I'm trying to
snake related
I
song
don't
that we
know.
gotta find?
I have no idea. We could do some
No
research
clue.
after though.
Yeah, we'll do some. Actually,
For
you know
sure.
what? I just this is way before both your times. Late '80s, Paula Abdul was her name. Big artist back in the day. I think there's a song called "Cold Hearted Snake."
Okay. I'll look it up
Yeah,
after.
look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up. That could
For
be your.
sure.
Just aging yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
And
a
it's-
little bit. Yeah, that's what, if we had your dad on the pod,
Yeah,
he would get all
probably
of my
know.
references.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackson, I don't get.
Yeah,
it.
No, we don't.
You're like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about, old man? We don't know Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
You know, one thing we want to ask you about too is this podcast. We have everybody's going to sign this table, show off their autograph. We're going to give it away at the end of the season. Your autograph is super interesting to me in that it looks like you were starting to write your name and then somebody hit your elbow.
What a way to put it.
What is this autograph?
Honestly, I think my autograph has changed over the years. I mean, I started doing it like just a few years ago with like upper deck stuff. I never really signed autographs in college, so I never really knew what to do. I'd honestly just do my name in cursive. So it's kind of like a cursive J. And then it was like a Sandy, but then I kind of got lazy with the upper deck stuff because it takes so long. So I just, do a little squiggle there and then my number. Pretty simple.
I can kind of relate though, because we have the same initials, JS, right?
Yeah,
So it's
there you
just
go.
a cursive J and then the cursive S is what I do. But
Yeah.
it comes out if you're doing it quick, just really squiggly. Like
Yeah, it's
I
just
kinda
like
relate to
now
that.
it's just like so like flowy and good rhythm for me.
Yeah.
So I just stick with it.
You
Yeah.
can get through 100 of these. In
I could fly. Timmy's seems like it takes so long.
Yeah,
and-
it's there's a lot of effort. It's got the umlaut.
I know, and jerseys are like hard to sign nowadays. Like especially if like a kid comes up to you and like jerseys, cards are easy to sign, but jerseys because you gotta like pull it tight
gotta
like
pull-
that.
yeah.
So I think my autograph is good for that.
different pens too, right? Like if it's
For
a
sure.
Sharpie that actually has like
For
the
sure.
point, that's like
Yeah.
tiring on the wrist, right?
Yeah.
After a little while.
Are you ever blown away? Like when you we'll pull into a hotel at 1:30 in the morning in Columbus, or pick a city,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of people there waiting for autographs. Now those are we'll call them professional seekers. They're not like the. But are you ever blown away by the I guess their commitment to the bit that they'll be there at like 1 in the morning in Columbus?
For sure. I think like a few years ago when I first came in and like it was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. after a game and I was just like sitting on the bus. I look outside. I'm like, what are they doing? Like, who are these people? And one of the older guys was like, oh yeah, get used to it. Like, it's pretty impressive their commitment to get a signature. And I mean, who knows if they're selling it or not, or if they really want one. You can't really tell. So, I mean, good for them for sticking it out.
I don't know if there's anyone I would do that for. Like I was thinking about it, like
A lot of guys don't.
like, yeah,
a
like-
lot of guys just ignore them and walk by.
Just
for
walk
sure.
by.
But like who
Yeah.
would you like if you were in their shoes, like who would you camp out to see and wait at 2 a.m. in the cold or whatever?
Or did you ever do that
Or
as a kid?
would
Did you ever get an autograph as a kid?
I'm sure I did, just being around the rink with my dad when he was playing. But like personally, I think it too, just being around hockey, like I'm not like fanboying over anybody really.
Yeah.
But maybe if I was in different shoes, something like that, I think. And I had a favorite player coming in town, maybe I would do it. But
Yeah.
the commitment's on another level for them.
Yeah.
I guess on that note, you mentioned you were at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Before,
maybe I would have stuck around for an
I was gonna
autograph
say,
later.
Would you have waited for someone there?
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome. yeah, I just big into tennis now this summer, and maybe I would have stuck around for an Alcaraz or Sinner signature for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite of the big three when it was kind of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic? Did you have one guy out of the big three?
You see, I wasn't like big into tennis when they were playing when I was younger. Obviously, I knew who they were, but now I think this past summer, just getting into it and like watching a lot of their highlights, I think I would have been a big Nadal guy. Just see like the energy and passion he plays with, how physical he is, and you know, even later in his career too, he's in great shape. So I think that's something I just respect a lot.
And I guess you mentioned you bring it up, but Nadal was a great clay player.
Yeah.
Do you like what have you played on different surfaces?
Yeah,
Like,
I've played on a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played on clay. I've never played on grass. I feel like that's kind of
grass must be tough.
yeah,
right?
it's hard to come by too. Not a lot of places have grass courts.
Yep.
So, but I love the clay. It's so fun. I feel like it's a little easier on your joints. And it's fun sliding around once you get the hang of it.
Nice. And you have a history of racket sports, right? Like you grew
Yeah.
up playing badminton
Yeah.
in Calgary and table tennis. I mean, Ian mentioned to me that you told him once you took a 8-week table tennis course. Like,
Yeah.
At North Dakota.
like
Yeah.
what does that even consist of? How do you, what does a class look like? I don't know,
It
week
was-
2 of the class. Like, what's that like? I
It
don't
was
know.
honestly like so fun. There was like 8 guys on our hockey team that were in the class. And the teacher was awesome. It was a big gymnasium at North Dakota, and we would just play for like 2 hours straight. And I'd be leaking after. Like it would get pretty competitive too.
You wouldn't
and-
think you'd be sweaty after table tennis.
No.
But you were.
Oh yeah, I was sweating so bad. I'd have to like go back to the rink to shower and put clothes on. It was awesome. Yeah, it's a good throwback memory.
Like, how do you get evaluated? Like, what's this prof teacher? What
Yeah, I don't know
is
if
this?
it's considered a prof, but
Professor of table tennis.
yeah, I feel like it's just participation when I look back at it. If you're
There's just
trying.
no exam. Is there? There's like
I
a
don't
written
know.
exam?
Like I feel like you have to know how to hit a forehand, a backhand, and stuff like that. But
I feel like it'd be
it's pretty
rules.
simple. Like
Like, wouldn't it be rules based?
yeah, you
Like,
kind of got to know.
you
the
gotta
rules
know the
too a
rules.
little
Like,
bit, yeah.
like there's a let. Like you gotta know what a let is,
Yeah,
right?
I remember one of the guys on our team. He like the professor was from like Germany, and he was like really good.
Yeah.
And one of our guys beat him, and he was like chirping him. And the teacher was like didn't know what to do. Like it was hilarious.
That's great.
Oh my gosh. So like, Jackson's a tennis player.
No,
Yeah.
this summer.
Now-
I
so-
think
Yeah, we were
he-
talking
Yeah.
about
So here's
it.
what
Yeah.
we want to do. Okay. I think we're looking for content ideas for the summer of 2026.
Perfect.
It's a twofold event. One is 1v1 Jake Sanderson
Okay.
versus Jackson Starr,
All right.
JS versus JS
Yeah. There
you
in
go.
tennis.
Yeah.
And then because I made the Paula Abdul reference, you understand that I'm a pickleball guy.
Yeah,
Because I'm an
Oh,
old
you
guy.
are, yeah.
Okay.
he is.
1v1 pickleball.
All right. I would, yeah. I mean, my dad's big into pickleball, and
Yeah.
he asked me to play all summer, and I said I'll play you in 30 years.
Well, tell you what. Wait, no, this is even better. 1v1 you guys, pickleball. Oh, sorry, tennis. I'll play your dad in pickleball.
He would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, come out
Me against
to
yeah.
Montana.
We will come out to Montana.
We got
Love
clay
it.
courts
We'll
for
bring
Jackson and I.
Ben,
Like,
we'll bring Ben Coles, our camera.
Yeah.
We'll come out
I'm in.
and we'll do this 1v1.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that. 30
Yeah,
years
let's
from now.
do it.
you'll play
Yeah, I
pickleball.
know.
That's why I'll
Pickleball
play.
is an old man sport.
It is. It is an old man sport for sure. That's why I.
Clev's gonna be mad I said that. Clev loves pickleball.
Does he?
Yeah,
Jeez.
Clev would play against you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
He would love that.
I think, and I've said this to Ian before. We could like tickets would sell for an Ian Mendes
For
pickleball
sure.
showcase against like Sandy
Oh yeah,
G.
we could do that in the
Clev.
city. Like,
Oh, yeah.
people would come out for sure.
Alfie. So I've played with
Oh,
Alfie
yeah.
before. He's unreal. Have
At
you ever
pick-
played any racket sport with Alfie?
I played him in ping pong, and he kills me.
Yeah.
But the guy who I played tennis with here in Ottawa, in the summer, he's like a pro, semi-pro, and he's really good. And Alfie beats him.
Yeah. Alfie, he would always tell me when he started playing table tennis with the guys, he often starts playing left-handed
Yeah, that's
just to gauge people.
Yeah,
And once he
crazy.
realizes
That's
if they're
crazy.
good enough, he'll switch to his
Yeah.
dominant hand. But
he's just an athlete.
Yeah.
Like when we were in Sweden 2 years ago, he brought us that paddle
Yeah.
place, and he beat everybody.
yeah.
He was so good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Just a good athlete. I
Yeah.
mean, you do that too sometimes with pickleball. You'll be like,
Pickleball,
switch to
I'll
my
go
left
left-handed.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. a little
I
bit
don't
of a
have.
show off.
Yeah, I go both in pickleball.
Yeah.
Like I won't have a backhand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
do,
I'll switch
crossover.
hands.
He'll
Yeah,
switch hands.
Yeah.
See? The old man's sport.
Yeah, when I play.
Yeah, but like you won was it like a high school badminton championship?
Yeah, it was when I was grade 9 in Calgary. I went to the Edge, that sports school.
Yeah.
And I played badminton and won. Like it was like mixed doubles. I didn't win singles. I didn't do that, but mixed doubles with the girl who actually just got drafted to Ottawa in the PWHL.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
See, we're always looking for story ideas.
Small world.
Small
Sarah
world.
Wozniewicz.
Okay.
Me and her did mixed doubles and we won Calgary.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
it was awesome.
This is how we find.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll bring her in.
Yeah.
This season and
Yeah. Little competition. I love it.
Yeah. You know, I love that you went to school. You kind of grew up in those sort of teenage years in Calgary. Because I'm going to try and coin a phrase here. Okay. I think Jake Sanderson is a faux American. You're a half. Yeah. You don't know. He doesn't like it.
No, I get this all the time though.
But like you spent a good chunk of your life in Canada. It's not like you're completely oblivious to life in Canada, right?
No.
Like,
yeah, for sure. I mean, I moved to Calgary when I was like 11 or 12 and I was there for a while.
Yeah.
I have a lot of buddies back there. All my grandparents live in Edmonton. Both my parents grew up in Edmonton. So that side of my family feels very Canadian. But I think for me, just being born in the U.S., I go back to Montana every single summer, even just playing at the NTDP there. I think when I played there, I really realized, like, yeah, I'm dual, but, like, I'm American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your stance on ketchup chips, though?
They're good.
Okay. See, that's the Canadian side of you.
For sure.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. They're good.
Yeah.
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 I won't deny that.
Yeah. You went to the NTDP program in Plymouth, Michigan, right?
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me that the school there was something like 5,000 kids, like something crazy, like 7,000 kids in a high school.
Well, it was like 3 different high schools. It was like a mini college campus. And you would walk to like different schools for classes.
What is that like?
It was, so like that was insane because I went to the Edge, that sports school, and it's very small.
Yeah.
And there was 40 people in my grade, like 20 people in my class.
Yeah.
So very small school. And then I went there and it was just a total culture shock. Like, I remember the first day, I almost threw up. Like, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Like, just being around shoulder to shoulder in the hallway. And Clev was there too. Like, he'll tell you, it was crazy.
That's nuts. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, even for me, I grew up in the city, but it was a tiny little high school, right? Like, so I can't even imagine the adjustment, especially for like, where was it before that? Like, where were you before that? Maybe like, what was the adjustment like?
Oh, it was like tiny school. Like, it was crazy. It was hard. It was hard to make friends, especially being at that NTDP. We were only there in the morning for a few hours. So, I mean, you'd have little like friends like in your classes, but it's not like you're hanging out with them after school. You know, it wasn't the typical high school experience.
Like, the thing I always think back to high school or university, the most intimidating thing was the cafeteria time. Like, it's time to eat and you're trying to, so what is it like at a school with thousands of people? What's lunchtime like?
Oh,
like,
there's like, I'm trying to remember, there's like 3 different lunch times, like A lunch to C lunch.
Yeah.
And it's all time slotted. And I remember like I only had lunch with Luke Hughes. It was just like me and him. And then like we were like B lunch and everyone else was A lunch. So like we had like class while they were eating lunch, and then Luke and I would just be like 2 losers sitting in the corner eating lunch by ourselves. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid moment, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it. So you come to Ottawa and you're living with Shane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And was that like first kind of you moved to the city and you're living with Shane? Like, what was that like? I guess right at a coming to a new city for you.
It was fun. I felt like I kind of lived with Shane my first year at North Dakota. I was over at his place all the time. But yeah, it was fun. Definitely. I mean, we were by ourselves. We had to cook. He knew how to cook really well, so I kind of learned from him. He was teaching me, but yeah, I think just like first year, just such a blur, you know, like so much comes at you and you're trying to take in everything. And it was kind of nice to have a younger guy go through it with you at the same time, just to lean on. And I remember there was one game where I was like, we were both like -5, like, and we drove back home after the game, and like we're just like, bro, what the heck just happened? Like, this is crazy. Like, we gotta figure this out. But like I said, it's nice to have somebody to lean on.
For sure.
What you did is you said, you know, we had a couple of -5 games. What we got to do is go out and get some guinea pigs. Calm this thing down. You know, okay. So, so here's what I got to ask you. Because you know what, Jake, I was fortunate enough to be a reporter in this league for 20 some odd years. Got to interview pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
The greatest quote I think I ever got from an athlete actually came from you. When I was writing for The Athletic, and I asked you about getting a guinea pig, and you told me that you wanted a ferret. And I asked you, why did you want a ferret? Do you remember what you told me?
I don't.
Okay. And I have the quote if ever we need to show it.
Oh,
and I said, Jake, why did you want a ferret? And you said, quote, they're so twisty.
And stuff, I think.
Stuff.
And
They're
stuff.
so
I probably
twisty.
said
and
stuff.
stuff.
What does that mean? That a ferret
Have you
is
ever held a
twisty?
ferret?
No.
Oh, like they're fun. I mean, I think before that season started, me and Tyler Boucher, we went to that like Petco or whatever, and he was like playing with this ferret for like an hour, and the lady's like trying to kick us out of the store and get us to leave. But yeah, that whole guinea pig thing, I think Shane and I were just bored. Like we're just living by ourselves, and you get home from the rink at like 2:00, and you have the rest of the day. And he would play video games a little bit, but I didn't at all. So I think we were just bored, and yeah, it just happened. Yeah, he still has his though.
Yeah, and
his mom take cares of it.
Yeah, Ace, I think is Ace the one that survived.
Yeah,
we
survived.
won't
Yeah,
even
we're not
get
talking
into
about that.
No, that'll turn into a true crime podcast.
Yeah,
If
I wasn't even there. It's not like I.
No,
Yeah,
you weren't.
I
You were
wasn't even
implicated
there.
in the
No,
death
I was
of
not
whatever
there.
Scooby or whatever.
Scooby, yeah.
Scooby.
Yeah.
So like, but can I just like what? How do you take care of it? Like you don't take it for walks or anything. Like what do you do?
No,
with
we
the
would
guinea
just
pig?
we would just
Take
like
the guinea pig for a walk.
yeah. I have so many pictures on my phone still of
Yeah.
them, but we would just take them out of their cage, and we would just watch TV, and they would just like chill on our chest, and we'd give them like carrots and like oranges, and they would eat. And the hardest thing though was like cutting their nails, because they like grow so fast. So like Shane and I would like hold one's hand out, and Shane would like cut it, and it would take like 30 minutes to do. It was so funny.
It's like trimming a cat's nails.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
Yeah. I know. So yeah, that was I don't even know. That was crazy.
Well, I love the fact. I remember Shane telling me too that he was at the mall, saw these guinea pigs,
he
and
called
phoned
me.
you.
He called me,
and
yeah.
like you came racing over the mall.
Because I talked about it. I'm like, bro, like let's get like a pet, like a fish, or he's like, no, that's stupid. And then he's at the mall. He calls me. I'm like, all right. He comes around. Let's go.
Yeah.
great.
But now you've I don't want to say you've upgraded from a guinea pig, but you have a dog.
I have a dog,
and you're
yeah.
what's your dog's name?
Moose.
Moose.
Moose. Yeah.
Okay.
He's my buddy.
Is he twisty?
He's
No,
not.
he's not
He's
twisty,
a big
eh?
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. I guess I have a twisty dog. I got a corgi at home,
Yeah, that's it.
and there's a corgi in the area
I think
actually
Linus-
named Moose. So like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think Linus
There you
has a
go.
corgi, right? Is that?
I think so.
Linus
Yeah.
has?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And so, what time in the morning are you out for a walk?
Like on a practice day?
Yeah, like with
Well,
is that the first thing you do in the morning?
First thing in the morning, I go wake him up, and then he's just so fired up to see me. That's what I love about dogs. They're just their unconditional love and how excited they are to see you every single day. So I wake him up and take him to the bathroom, feed him, and then normally I head to the rink, and then my girlfriend or there's like a local dog walker that'll come take a bunch of dogs and let them run in the field.
Yeah.
So we'll either do that.
Oh.
It's awesome.
And how did you settle on the name Moose?
I think that's just my girlfriend's favorite animal is a moose.
Yeah.
So I think we just thought it was a great name, and when we picked him out, like it was just perfect. Like the personality and the craziness at the same time, I think it just lined up really well.
Yeah, and I know like living here, like you love the outdoors, you love to fish, you like so having a dog like this that just seems to suit you, doesn't it? Like there's having a bit of space, getting a chance to kind of take in the outdoor scene in Ottawa. Like is you ever think about like if different markets, obviously in Toronto or New York, you wouldn't get the chance to have a little bit of space or kind of just go fishing. Like, do you appreciate that about Ottawa? That it's a little bit, bit of an outdoorsy place.
Absolutely. And honestly, I didn't really appreciate that till like the last few years I've been here. I think just traveling to different teams and playing in their cities and going to the New Yorks, the Torontos, the Vegases. It's a lot of mayhem that goes on there, and I probably wouldn't even got a dog if I lived in a big city like that. So I don't think it would be fair on the dog. You know, I don't want to take him out walks on the sidewalk. So, but no, I love it. It's so simple. There's so many great things to do around here. Trails, you know, like you said, outdoorsy stuff. So I've been fishing around here last month. So yeah, I love it.
On that note, who's maybe the big city type of guy on the team who you've taken and made them more into a country type of person, if you have anyone?
I don't know if I think there's some city guys in our team for sure, just where they grew up and their countries they're from, but I don't know if I've converted anyone. I mean, I took Ridley fishing like a few weeks ago, and but he's an outdoorsy guy already. So yeah, it works out.
Could Shane go camping? Like, Shane's a city guy.
Oh yeah,
right?
So I guess Shane came out to Montana a few summers ago.
Yeah,
and I think that was just totally different for him. Just being way out west, and obviously we had the lake, and he never surfed behind a boat before, so trying to get him up on the surfboard was challenging. Just hiking that stuff. But then I went to Shane's house too 2 summers ago, and that was a culture shock for me. Just the big city and how he's so used to it. So it's cool to see where guys come from and what they're used to.
I got a question about Montana quickly, because I watch Yellowstone, and I don't know if you watch Yellowstone or not, but like, I'm just curious how much of it, if you've seen any of it, is accurate, I guess. I don't know.
I've never watched Yellowstone, but that's like the first thing people say to me when I tell them where I'm
Makes
from.
Sense.
But from what I've seen, like clips of it, it's very, very like rustic country. And there's definitely a lot of that in Montana and close to where I'm from, but like where I live, it's just a small town. There's definitely land and farms for sure, but it's a ski town. Great ski mountain there. You can mountain bike it in the summer, and so I think there's a little bit of Yellowstone in it, but probably not 100%.
There's a sneaky hockey culture there in Montana, in that obviously your dad's there, Murray Craven, old whaler, your dad's teammate there. David Booth, I think, right, is there?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Is it like a sneaky hockey culture in Montana?
For sure. A lot of retired players live there now. Bill Foley, the Vegas owner, he owns a lot of stuff out there. So I think low key, there's a lot of hockey connections out in Whitefish. But I think for the actual people playing it, there's not a lot. And, you know, hopefully I go back there one day and, you know, try to make a little impact, grow the game. And I think when I go back in the summer, like this past summer, I was there for like 2.5 months, and it was awesome. I skated by myself pretty much all summer, but the one time I went out and played a beer league game with some guys at like 10 p.m. at night, and it was like the most fun I had all summer. It was just a blast just to see guys go out super late at night and just truly appreciate the game and just love being out there. So it's a good time.
On that note, do you have any ODRs out there? Like, what does that look like with the?
Yeah, there's a few ODRs. But like the lake I grew up on normally freezes in the winter, so just shovel that off and skate in the backyard. It's pretty awesome.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna wrap with one Ottawa related question that we're asking all of our guests on the podcast. So we're gonna ask you to act as if you're coming in from downtown. Okay, Jake Sanderson
downtown Ottawa.
Yeah, downtown Ottawa. And you're driving down the Queensway, the 417 towards the rink. Is Jake Sanderson exiting at Terry Fox or Palladium?
Palladium is the one you drive past the rink a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So my first few years I lived in Westboro, and I turned off on Terry Fox.
Nice.
Terry Fox.
I'm a Terry Fox. I think we've had.
But you know who always gave it to me? It was Shane. Like when we would carpool, the few times we would carpool, like he would just like curse at me. He's like, "Bro, it's slower. Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
like,
I think it's a great debate.
Yeah,
I want to know. I want to get the
too.
definitive answer.
Yeah, I think depends on if you hit the lights right and stuff. So
far,
I was Terry Fox guy.
Yeah. So far, it's been majority Terry Fox. You're a big Palladium guy.
I'm a big.
I think like Shabby. I want to say is a Palladium guy. Like I think he drives past it.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get the definitive answer.
But yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it's funny though. Shane always made fun of me about turning off on Terry Fox, but one time I was driving to the rink and he called me. And he ran out of gas. And where did he pull over? Terry Fox. So I had to go pick him up.
You had to go pick
I
him
get
up?
a jerry can of gas and fill up his truck.
Come on.
Right before practice. So
That's great.
yeah.
Oh boy, that's perfect.
Perfect
way to end it.
it.
We'll have to
Yeah.
ask Shane about that whenever we get him on here. Listen, really appreciate you dropping by. This guy, the one after this interview, the one image I can't get out of my mind is Tyler Boucher at the pet store, and I'm like,
Playing
I'm
with
just
the
picturing the workers like, sir, either buy this ferret or get out.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you doing? But we appreciate you dropping by.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for
having me. That was fun,
for doing
guys.
this.
The Absolute Non-Sens podcast is furnished by Dalla Decor, the official luxury furniture partner of the Ottawa Senators. Follow us at Dalla Decor at DALADECOR.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that conversation with Jake Sanderson as much as Jackson and I enjoyed having it. That was, like I said, going into it, he's a very reserved guy. He doesn't love the spotlight. I think we got him to let his, what do you think, guard down?
For sure.
Hair down? Guard down?
Guard down,
Yeah,
I think.
guard down.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a great conversation. A lot of interesting topics. Ferrets, right? I mean, that's a whole other story,
Is
right?
there another podcast in the NHL where you're talking ferrets with a Norris caliber defenseman? Probably not.
I don't believe so.
Imagine we
I don't
find out
think so.
the Avalanche have dropped multiple ferret episodes.
Oh, can you imagine?
Makar.
Okay, well, yeah, exactly.
No, it was great.
Yeah.
I love that at some point there I had to explain to the two of you who 1980s icon Paula Abdul was.
Yeah.
You guys are like, no,
We're too young.
No,
We're
never heard.
Exactly,
Never
I
heard,
know.
of her. But I think we've set something up here for next summer.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
think
bit
so.
of a father-son showdown where I think I'm going to basically have to play the role of, quasi-dad for you. And we take on the Sandersons.
Yeah.
Little pickleball, little tennis.
I think so. I think that, it came up at the golf tournament when Sandy kind of mentioned he wanted to play tennis. I have to practice over the course of the season because, I mean, I guess you mentioned a Norris caliber D-man who's going to just torch me at tennis. I lost to my dad this summer at tennis, so I got to...
Maybe you should start with your grandma.
Exactly, yeah.
work your way
Who
down.
I think back in the day, she might have
She
been a
was
pretty
a
good
pretty
tennis
good
player.
player?
I don't know, maybe.
Man.
Yeah.
So I think we got to do this, like, what's that tennis? Davis Cup? Is it Davis Cup?
Maybe. Is it?
Is it Davis Cup? Yeah, Davis Cup.
Yeah, I
is the
think so.
tennis,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Where you play, there's doubles matches, singles
Yeah.
matches. Kind of like, it's like the Ryder Cup for,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
tennis.
Yeah.
Maybe we do that with the Sandersons.
Take on the Sandersons.
And we go out to Montana.
Hey, I think you could take anyone down in pickleball.
Wow.
You don't think so?
Jeff Sanderson, you see this guy's NHL resume? It's
That's
like
true.
380 goals.
But hockey's not pickleball, and
That's right.
Ian's no one. You haven't played. You don't know pickleball until you've played Ian Mendes.
Wow.
I'll
Okay.
say. Yeah.
I'll take that compliment. I also loved his story of Shane Pinto running out of gas
Yes. Oh,
at Terry Fox.
so interesting. Like you'd never. And of course he calls I don't know. It's just who's the most likely guy on the team to lose gas? I think, or to run out of gas that close to the rink too. I think you'd probably pick number 12.
Man, are you a guy that like when you're like some people are adamant when they get to like a quarter tank,
Yep.
they're filling up.
Yeah.
You know what? For a guy that's I'm pretty conservative, right? I think
Yep.
people know like pretty, I'm not really a live on the edge guy.
Yeah.
That thing gets down to fewer than 10K left on the distance
Really?
to empty.
I
for
think-
me, that's the only thrill I get in life is can I get this thing down to like 4K, 3K?
I think it's fair, especially on road trips. I'm like, no, I have 2 bars left where it's like it just binged and I still have probably about 80 kilometers left. I'm like, you know what? No, not taking the risk. Next gas station, I'm out.
Do you think anybody that they saw that it was Shane Pinto? Like he's a pretty recognizable guy. Do you think
Yeah,
anybody was
he
getting
is.
off on Terry Fox? Or would you be
Who
like,
knows?
there's no way Shane Pinto is.
I would be like, hey, look, that's Shane Pinto. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised either way if it was or wasn't him. I'd be like, that guy looks like Shane Pinto a lot. I don't know. Maybe he just sat in the car though. You never know.
Well, he's not. Shane Pinto's not going to stand outside by
On
the hood
Terry
of his car
Fox.
on Terry Fox
No, he
wearing
wouldn't.
his jersey.
Exactly. Yeah, he's
No.
signing for people
No.
as he comes by.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to read a couple more emails.
Yeah.
Again, communications@ottawasenators.com. I think what we'll try and do as we kind of roll this out, and again, this is only episode number 2, right? So we're learning here and we're excited to hear from you on how we can make this show better. So flip us some ideas, communications@ottawasenators.com. I think what we'd like to do at some point is we'll try and get ahead of it where we'll try and tease who we're going to be getting in here,
Yeah.
maybe on social media, and solicit questions from the listeners and viewers.
For
I
sure.
think that would be good.
I
right?
agree, 100%. It add a different element to it other than just our conversation, and fans can communicate a little bit with the guys.
Yeah,
for sure.
like when we sat down with Kyle Turris last week, it was a situation where we couldn't go publicly because we wanted to be a bit of a surprise that Kyle was coming back for the opener. But some of the other ones, maybe we can solicit questions from the viewers and the listeners, and do it that way.
Yeah.
Got one final one here from Bev that I'm going to read. Okay. Bev says, loved episode 1, season 1 of the pod. I love this. It'll give a perspective of the organization, some insight on the business of sport. The table that you have, it's a brilliant idea. It would be such a unique piece to a Sens fans' sports cave. I call it a sports cave because I, as a female, while I love a good man cave, I cannot call that. I have to call it a sports cave. That's from Bev.
Nice.
Do you have, by the way, a sports cave?
I don't.
Cave?
I mean, I have a 1-bedroom apartment, so I don't think we have space for a sports cave. I'd love one though one day. Something like this. This would be great,
why don't you just
right?
move in here?
Exactly. Literally. Hey, we're basically here all the time.
Throw a
right?
cot here. But here's and by the way, Bev, she says, my partner Kenji and I, we hold a Sens on demand package. We're not full or half season ticket holders because we live 3.5 hours away in Bowmanville.
Wow.
Which is down kind of by Oshawa.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a zoo there. I think. Is there a zoo?
Is there? I've never been. Hey,
I'm just going to go ahead
next
and
time
say there's a
we're
zoo
around
in
Toronto.
Bowmanville. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Anyway, my suggestion for the pod, even a fun segment online, would be as if you could introduce the boys to ringette. See how they do. Just the basics. Show them how to pass at the blue line, 3 in, etc. Not sure if that's something that could happen. It would be a great segment, especially if you had the boys mic'd up. That's from Beverly. See, this would be combining my two passions.
First, I was going to say,
life.
this is right around your alley, right? Like you coach ringette,
Absolutely.
kids play ringette. Like that's right around your area.
Amazing.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
As I say, the two passions in life, my wife's probably watching. How come I'm not a passion in life? I'm like,
Exactly.
hockey and ringette.
Exactly.
Have you ever tried ringette?
I played maybe once in school, I think, but I don't
bet you
know.
these players would be unbelievable at ripping one-timers.
I'm
and-
sure. Well,
yeah.
it can't be easy. Like I've played again once. Like it's tough with the ring. Like you gotta. It's a different type of stick handling you're not used to. I have bad hands as it is. So, but yeah, it's not an easy sport to master.
Is that
I
why
guess.
you were a goalie?
That's
You had
that's
bad
why I
hands?
had bad hands. Yeah, I never played player. I never was anything but a goalie. Yeah.
Okay, so Bev is saying
you probably must have good hands.
I
with
have good
the ringette.
hand-eye coordination.
Yeah?
I think.
Yeah.
And ringette really helps because
For sure.
stabbing the ring is hard.
Yeah.
So Bev is saying we should get the guys to play ringette. We're talking about playing pickleball with the Sandersons.
Yeah.
Is there one other sport, Jackson, that you would love to see the guys try out? Like in a
It's a good question. We've seen them play golf, obviously,
Yeah,
every
golf-
year.
I feel like golf
it
is
can't be. It can't
predictable.
be generic. It's got to be.
like a niche sport.
I'd say I feel like if we're keeping it hockey wise, field hockey would be interesting because field hockey there's no left-handed shots. You have to adapt to the
right.
right shot. So it'd be curious to see some of the left-handed guys try to adapt to the right side. and
Imagine a sport
master
where
that.
it's just all right-hand-y.
That'd be crazy.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Imagine goalies had to they couldn't be left or right, like how some like I don't know, Charlie Lindgren with the Capitals, like
catches
he
with the
catches
right
with the other hand. Like if they had to adapt to catching with the other side, or if goalies had to, if you had a game where goalies had to catch with the opposite
wrong hand?
Yeah,
They should do that one game a year, right?
where everyone plays with the opposite hand, players
Players and
and
Like,
goalies.
I feel like we couldn't charge full price.
No,
to the crowd.
exactly.
Or maybe we charge more.
Exactly.
I don't
Maybe.
know.
Maybe.
You know that back in the day in the NHL, and I've always thought this is a great idea. We'll wrap on this note.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I'm going to say this was in like the 1950s or 60s. This is the old man explains hockey to the young kid. Okay. But this is before my time. In the 50s and 60s, when teams would be eliminated from the playoffs, they would actually allow games that were involving two teams not going to playoffs. They would use experimental rules. So
Really?
they would try things like maybe no offside or, try. I've always thought that would be a great idea.
That's
If
interesting.
two teams are out of it in late March and they're, languishing with 60 points, give me a game with no offside. Like what would happen? Like I'd be more likely to tune into that game don't you think?
I hear you. It's a very interesting concept. The one caveat to all of it is how do you track stats? it's like, okay, a guy scores 10 goals with no offsides in 3 games or something like that. Like, how can you say like he's picked up how many goals in the season? I don't know. There are intricacies to it, but it's an interesting that's crazy.
Yeah.
Was it really that way back in the day?
Yeah. There were certain seasons where they would toy with the rules because the games didn't really matter. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting concept. What's another rule you take out other than no offsides?
I love the idea of no offside.
Yeah.
I would be curious to see the impact on the game. Like, what would happen? Would guys just be cherry picking?
What if you went back in time and added the 2-lane offside at center ice? I wonder how guys would be able to.
Oh, like 2-line passes?
Yeah, 2-line passes. I wonder how that would change things, or if you got rid of the trapezoid, which personally I think that might be. I think that'd be awesome to see goalies still go in the corners.
Go back there and play the puck like Marty Turco.
Exactly.
Back in the day. Okay, we'll leave it there. Speaking of great ideas or whatever, we want to hear your great ideas.
For sure.
Communications@ottawasenators.com. Communications@ottawasenators.com. Give us ideas for the podcast, anything related to the team. We hope you enjoyed this episode with Jake Sanderson, and we'll see you next time.